Okay, so after his big speech, which was poorly attended because people were being screened out for having weapons, guns and ammo, the president wants to then go to the Capitol. He wants to watch the carnage. He wants to watch the bloodshed. The Secret Service, the head of his Secret Service detail is a guy named Robert Engel. That is the head of the president's personal Secret Service detail. Robert Engel tells him, you're not going to the Capitol. We have to take you back to the West Wing, and brings him back to the West Wing. When Robert Engel goes back to the West Wing, Cassidy Hutchinson is there. And Robert Engel starts to relay the story of what happened in the car, the Beast, on the way back from the president's speech to the West Wing, even though because the president did not want to go back to the West Wing. He wanted to watch the bloodshed.
When you returned to the White House in the motorcade after the president's speech, where did you go?
When I returned to the White House, I walked upstairs towards the Chief of Staff's office, and I noticed Mr. Renato lingering outside of the office. And once we had made eye contact, he quickly waved me to go into his office, which was just across the hall from mine. When I went in, he shut the door, and I noticed Bobby Engel, who is the head of Mr. Trump's security detail, sitting in a chair, just looking somewhat discombobulated and a little lost. And I looked at Tony, and he had said, "Did you effing hear what happened in the Beast?" I said, "No, Tony, I just got back. What happened?" Tony proceeded to tell me that when the president got in the Beast, he was under the impression from Mr. Meadows that the off-the-record movement to the Capitol was still possible and likely to happen, but that Bobby had more information. So once the president had gotten into the vehicle with Bobby, he thought that they were going up to the Capitol, and when Bobby had relayed to him, "We're not, we don't have the assets to do it, it's not secure, we're going back to the West Wing," the president had a very angry response to that. Tony described him as being irate. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now." To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel, and when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
The president of the United States of America tried to strangle his own secret security detail. The president of the United States wanted to see the carnage so badly. He knew that the Capitol was the target. He knew these people were armed. He was briefed on all of this, okay? He understood why his rally was so poorly attended. It was because the people with weapons were being screened out. And he said, "Just let them in. They're not here to hurt me. They're not here to hurt me. And then we can march to the Capitol." He said, No. Don't worry, Mr. President. We don't want our weapons confiscated by the Secret Service. We'll go to the Capitol, but we'll go from the mall. Okay, so he was already pissed because it wasn't a good shot of the speech that he was about to give. And he wanted to go to the Capitol to witness the bullets flying. And the Secret Service wouldn't let him, and he grabbed the steering wheel of the car. The Secret Service officer in charge of the president's detail said, "Sir, you have to let go of the steering wheel." And Trump lunges for his own Secret Service agent's neck to strangle his own Secret Service agent. Great. 25th Amendment, anybody? 25th?